There's just something about the Smoky Mountains that makes you want to take a deep breath and pause for a moment and take it all in. It's just amazing. Come with Harley and I as we take a journey across the mountain and go over to Smokemont Campground. Harley and I took the Gatlinburg bypass, and the views are fantastic. We got out and stopped and stretched our legs a couple of times. One of the overlooks that we stopped at was above Gatlinburg, and you can see down into the city, and the buildings look so small. Park Vista stands on the side of one of the big mountains. Just to give you a little perspective, Park Vista Hotel is 15 stories tall, and it's sitting on the mountainside, but it looks like a little toy. It really makes you reflect about how small we are and how big and great our God is that created all of this majesty. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park was established in June of 1934, and FDR dedicated it in September of 1940, and since then it has become the most visited park in the United States. There were over 11.5 million visitors in 2025 alone, and I'm definitely one of them. I love it here. Harley and I are on our way down the mountain on the North Carolina side. We are going to Smokemont Campground, and our first stop though will be at Oconaluftee Visitor Center to see if I have any cell service to call or text home and let them know that I've made it. The campground is just a few minutes past the visitor center, and I don't know if there's service in the campground or not, but just got to check in with the loved ones. We're going to have a great day. It is 66 degrees and beautiful sun. Harley and I have stopped to look at a few of the overlooks and get out and stretch our legs just a little bit. Enjoy the beautiful view. Oh my, you can see so many range of mountains and all that beautiful blue of the Smoky Mountains. There's nothing like it anywhere I've ever been. This is home. Love it. So I'm glad that y'all are coming along on the trip with us, and we'll let you see the campground when we get there. And I'm planning on doing a hike maybe tomorrow at Oconaluftee Nature Trail, and that's where there are lots of elk usually, so we'll see that tomorrow. Harley's taking a little nap in his bed that's fastened beside of me. Riding through these mountains always feels peaceful to me. The winding roads, the layers of blue ridges, the rivers running beside the road. It's the kind of scenery that makes you want to roll the windows down and just enjoy the journey. Makes me want to sing. Take me home, country roads, to the place I belong. Take me home, country roads. Once we stopped at the ranger station and checked in, we pulled into our campsite, and it started feeling like our temporary home away from home immediately. I got the Easy Up set up, put out my chair and rugs, opened the swing-away gearbox, and before long, Harley was already ready to see what we could get into. This was our first chance to try out the white netting at the van door so we could enjoy the fresh mountain air without the bugs joining us inside. It worked great, and after everything was settled in, it felt like our own little corner of the Smokies. Simple moments like this really are some of my favorite parts of camping. Doesn't have to be anything grand. just time in nature away from the rest of the world. I just want to briefly show you part of the inside of the van. I won't do a full van tour today since many of you have already seen it in other videos, but I always enjoy making this little space cozy while we're camping. The following day was just a restful day. Hung out at the campsite, listening to birds, enjoying the peace. There weren't a lot of people there, so it was pretty quiet. I built a small fire, sat by it for a while. You know how I love to look at water? Well, I also love to stare into the fire. It's just pretty cool. Do you all do that too? That sound of the popping and snapping when the wood is burning, the beautiful color of the flames. The only thing is when the smoke blows your way, it's a little bit annoying, but you gotta take the good with the bad. I also cooked some s'mores while I had the fire going. I had my sugar-free chocolate and also found some sugar-free marshmallows. So I was in business. I'll show you how I roast my marshmallows. Some of you probably think, oh, she burned them. I like them to be a little bit crispy on the outside. Not black, but I like them to be good and melty and a little bit crispy when I make my s'more with it. So that's the perfect marshmallow for me. This is how Harley and I camp. We just move from seat to seat. On occasion, take a walk. We finished with supper and had our s'mores. Now we're just resting until it gets a little darker, and then we'll go on in the van. But here we sit with my feet propped up. And there's our campsite up behind us. Just having a nice relaxing time. Wish you were here. The following day, Harley and I spent time at the Oconaluftee Visitor Center and the nearby Oconaluftee River Trail. I shared that adventure in a separate video, so if you'd like to watch that journey too, I'll put a link for it at the end of this video. Then it was back to the campsite. Sleeping in this campground was no problem. It was very peaceful. It was a little cold this time of year, but Harley and I didn't even have to turn the electric blanket on, so we did great. I really like the cool weather better than the hot summer weather, so this was the perfect time of year. The following day was going to be our last full day at Smokemont Campground, so we're going down to the river, where I always love to spend some time. Grab a chair and come on with me. I'm taking Harley and a book. Let's go. I carried my chair down and stayed there for hours, just watching the water move through the campground. I brought along a book filled with writings from John Muir. I'm reading this little book, The Meditations of John Muir, Nature's Temple, compiled and edited by Chris Hyland. John Muir was a naturalist and a writer from the late 1800s. He spent much of his life exploring and protecting wild places like Yosemite and the Sierra Nevada mountains. His love for nature helped inspire the creation of America's national parks. And sitting beside that river, reading his words, somehow felt exactly right. One of my favorite John Muir quotes says, "The mountains are calling and I must go." And another of his says, "Between every two pines is a doorway to a world." You can understand why his words still resonate with people today. As the river flowed past us and the trees swayed overhead, it really did feel like stepping into another world for a while. A quieter one, a gentler one. Harley sat nearby watching the water. I read a few more pages from the book, and for a while time just seemed to slow down. Moments like that feel like a gift from God, and I am so thankful to Him for times to simply be quiet and hear from Him. I sat a long time beneath the tallest fronds and never enjoyed anything in the way of a bower of wild leaves more strangely impressive. Only spread a fern frond over your head, and worldly cares are cast out, and freedom and beauty and peace come in. The waving of a pine tree on the top of a mountain, a magic wand in nature's hand. Every devout mountaineer knows its power, but the marvelous beauty, value of what the Scotch call a brecken in a still dell. What poet has sung this? And then from Psalm 1, the one who meditates on the divine is like a tree planted by streams of water. Nowhere will you see the majestic operations of nature more clearly revealed beside the frailest, most gentle and peaceful things. Nearly all the park is a profound solitude, yet it is full of charming company, full of God's thoughts, a place of peace and safety amid the most exalted grandeur and eager, enthusiastic action. A new song, a place of beginnings abounding in first lessons of life. Mountain building, eternal, invincible, unbreakable order, with sermons in stones, storms, trees, flowers, and animals brimful of humanity. I do hope that this video encourages you to get outside and enjoy some of the beauty around you too, whether that's a mountain overlook, a quiet river, a walk through the woods, or simply sitting outside and listening to the birds for a few minutes. The world can move awfully fast sometimes, but places like this remind us to slow down and enjoy the simple blessings we've been given. And honestly, I think our hearts need that once in a while. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, and coming along for the journeys. I'll see you again on the next video. Hey Harley, you enjoying camping? You're not quite sure what all these sounds are?